even by the fake news. But here at home, we totally transformed the federal judiciary. And as Penny said, I heard her opening remarks, and she said we appointed nearly 300 judges, really brilliant judges, and they interpret the law as written. The Constitution, we like to say the Constitution as written. That's the way they interpret. Together we withstood vicious attacks to confirm three great Supreme Court justices, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. Really good people, too. And I'm also proud to be the most pro-life president in American history. Very important. We're going to talk about that in just a second. From my first day in office, I took action to protect the unborn. I reinstated the Mexico City policy, stopped taxpayer funding for the abortion of industrial complex. And at the United Nations, I made clear that global bureaucrats have no business attacking the sovereignty of nations that protect innocent life. They have no business doing that. And I was the first sitting president ever to attend, as Penny also mentioned, the March for Life rally right here in Washington, D.C. They talked about attending it. You know, presidents for years talked about attending. Oh, I'm going to go. And then it happened that they didn't go. And none of them went, none of them. But I went, and it was a beautiful day. 1 year ago, in a victory that conservatives had been seeking for 50 years. 50 years they've been fighting for this. Those same Supreme Court justices and the Supreme Court ruled to end the moral and constitutional atrocity known as Roe v. Wade. Very important.
And on yesterday, Kentucky, Virginia, and Ohio all voted to ensure that they have abortion health care for women in their states. In the state of Ohio, they specifically had a ballot measure for constituents to vote on to secure the right to an abortion in that state, and they voted unanimously to have that right. In Virginia, voters in that state took to the polls to unanimously vote Democrats in power, and so now Democrats control the General Assembly in the state of Virginia after 2 years of divided power. And in the state of Kentucky, voters took to the polls to re-elect Andy Beshear as governor of the state of Kentucky, essentially sending Daniel Cameron packing, the golden boy of the Republican Party. He was the twinkle of their eyes. They thought he was going to be the future of the Republican Party. Mitch McConnell's protege, DuBois. Yeah, Donald Trump endorsed Daniel Cameron, but the voters said no, we don't want him as our governor. And so they sent him packing. I believe Daniel Cameron had a policy or plans to implement a abortion ban after 15 weeks, which is what drove so many voters to vote against him. Plus, he was endorsed by Trump. Plus, he is Mitch McConnell's DuBois. I also believe Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia, also had plans to implement an abortion ban after 15 weeks, which is why overwhelmingly voters moved to make the Democrats the majority in the General Assembly. No abortion bans in the state of Ohio, no abortion ban for Daniel Cameron, no abortion ban for Glenn Youngkin. The things that we can do if we use our power together and wisely. I'll see y'all later. More on Daniel Cameron to come.